Solar PV testing is very complex. You need to take into account what the environment is. Is there enough irradiance? Is it cloudy? Is it wet? You know, what's going on with the environment at the time. However, there is also just the basic connections and the functions of the instrument. So I thought I'd make a really quick video here, just running you through what you get in the kit and how you can just get it running out of the box. So the first thing we want to do, we want to check we've got everything. Okay, so I have my pointer screwdriver here, which we're going to use today. So we need the combiner box test leads. So these have the MC4s on one end, an alligator clip and a probe. Okay, so you're going to get positive and negative of those. We're also going to need our test leads here for the insulation and the ground tests. Okay, so you see they have the traditional connection there with the probes and the alligator clip. So we should have those. Fused test leads, both positive and negative for the PV system. So these will have MC4 on one end and then this Seaward specific connection here. We should have the batteries for our 150. We should have our clamp in a box. You should have your kit bag, your USB cables for the connectivity. You should also have had your mounting bracket and irradiance meter with temperature probe. Now these guys would have came in a different box, okay? Sometimes we package them in a different box. So you would get the smaller solar survey box and the smaller mounting bracket box. Okay, so that's what we've got. So how do we get up and running? So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna flip this guy over. I'm gonna open it up very quickly here. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put the batteries in it. Okay, so we got the batteries in. I'm gonna carefully put the cover on. Incidentally, if you're ever looking for the serial number of your PV150 is actually located underneath the batteries here. Okay, so we have the batteries in the back of the unit now, so let's just take a quick look at the warnings. We can only handle 1000 volts, okay, DC, and 15 amps ISC. If you exceed those current ratings with this instrument, you will damage it. If you need a higher rating than this, please reach out to us. We have other units that can do higher ratings for 1500 volt systems. Earlier, I put the batteries in this thing, which is our solar survey. Okay, you can find the battery pack here and just two AA batteries. And the mounting bracket, very simple to operate. You can just unscrew this, move it up and down, and then when you're ready, clamp down and you get a nice solid clamp onto the side of the panel. We're also then going to attach our temperature sensor, okay, in the top. We're going to need to pair these two guys together. Now you only have to do this process when you change the batteries. So this classes as we've changed the batteries, first time we put them in. So I'm going to push and hold the power buttons here, RPE and auto. And I'm going to push and hold the power buttons on the solar survey. You can see the 150s now beeping at me. These two are paired together now, okay? So they're paired together. But what I need to do is to get this guy to tell it, hey, I'm sending information. To do that, I need to push these two outer buttons. Now you can see on my screen here, less than 100 watts per meter squared. And why is that? Because we're indoors and there's no radiance, but you can see it's transmitting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my positive and negative. I'm going to clamp it into the end of the instrument. I'm going to find my connection point with the DC string or the DC panel, and it could be these MC4 ends, or it could be that I use my probes and alligator clips. What we also need for this test is the red cable here. So we're going to take this and then we're going to connect this to our ground. So here we are, we've made all of our connections now and I've shown you what was inside of the kit. We paired these two guys together and it's transmitting information. We're connected to less than 1000 volts VOC, less than 15 amps ISC on the positive and negative, and we're connected to a ground that is bonded with the positive and negative there. We're also connected to the back of the panel getting the cell temperature. We're ready to go. At this point we push auto, then we push save. There is your crash course to the PV150 complete kit. I hope this helped you today. If you have any questions, reach out to us and you can buy one in the link below.